I'm going live at midnight. Sometimes we're going live at 6 p.m. Just kind of depends on what my schedule is for the day. And yeah, but one thing to say, I'm going to be here for you every single day until Christmas, live streaming these fantasy drafts. Now, of course, once Christmas gets here, all bets are off. But hopefully, by that point, your fantasy football team is kind of already.
All right, 109. Let's do it. The 109.
For your week 17.
Let's win from the 109.
Regardless, I appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Now, let's see what we end up getting. So, St. Brown and Lamb, both off the board at 6-7. And Jefferson goes 8. So, we already talked about this possibility, but it does look like it's effectively a guarantee that we are going running back here at the turn. I don't want to say anything until we're on the clock because I don't know if this team at 11's in this live stream, but dear God, okay, never mind. I was going to say, if we got Jonathan Taylor, that'd be absolutely insane. If we're looking at ADP currently, the ADP on Underdog has it as James Cook, then Saquon Barkley. My personal rankings have it as James Cook, then Amari and Hampton. So I'm going to be going based off my ranks, and these are the two running backs we are going to draft. I'm not going to fault anybody at all for taking Barkley. And then this team at 11 is looking at a dream start with Jonathan Taylor, Saquon Barkley through the first 2 rounds. Obviously, that's extremely exciting. Now, Vert says, guys, does the season pass include the extension tool for redraft and does it work with Sleeper? Yes, sir. The flockfantasy.com season pass gets you hooked up with the extension tools for your Sleeper, your ESPN, your Yahoo drafts. Pretty much all your redraft leagues, you are going to either be able to use the draft sheets, the real-time draft extension. That's going to obviously help you as you draft, how I use in all my drafts every single night. And then also you would get those draft sheets that you can download and print out as well that are custom to your exact league settings in the exact draft platform that you are on. So don't worry, you are covered if you have the season pass. The only thing the season pass is not going to cover would be your dynasty leagues and your best ball leagues. That would be with the Mother Flocker, but if it's your regular 2026 fantasy football league, yeah, the season pass is exactly what you want, my friend. Now, of course, I will give a shout out to the season pass.
Jefferson.
If you haven't got one already, it's only $34 for the entire season. In my humble opinion, flockfantasy.com is by far and away the best website that's ever been made and helping you win your fantasy league. Not only is it me on there, but pretty much all your favorite creators that you already watch. And yeah, you're going to get all those real-time draft assistants, the weekly rest of season rankings throughout the entire year, trade calculator, my team's page, the whole 9 yards. I mean, I pretty much built out every single piece of research tool I use for my videos for my own drafts on flockfantasy.com. And yeah, again, the link's always in the description. It's in the comment section. And if you use code FLOCK when you sign up, you're actually going to get free questions that you're able to ask me during the season. So if you ever need help with a start sit decision, if you ever need help with a trade opinion, I'll be there for you. But yeah, I hope that y'all been testing it out with the mock drafts. And I know we've had a lot of really kind messages, so I appreciate y'all. Robert says, when will it be $97? I'm a big baller, so. Yeah, the Mother Flocker is $97, but again, that's what comes with like the free team review and then also the dynasty stuff. So I would advise you just do the $34 option if you were just a regular redraft player, which is the majority of people here. Kyle says, I'm wearing my free flock hat right now. Absolutely love to hear it, my friend. I was wearing a hat all day, so I wasn't going to pull up to this live stream with the hat here we are rocking, so figured to throw on the hat. Now, Brees Hall off the board at 27. And Avira says, Mason, John, Arizona, I'll be there in 20 minutes. What's the next draft you're doing so I can get in one with you? We'll get in another Best Ball Mania draft after this. I'm definitely going to get in multiple drafts in the live stream tonight, so you don't have to worry about this being the only one. Kyron Williams goes 29. We have a massive fall at Trey McBride. Personally, I have McBride ranked at my 25th pick, so right at the beginning of the 3rd round. But more and more often, Trey McBride has been falling down these draft boards. Okay. Now, let's pull this over. Chris Olave off the board at 31. Y'all can tell with my rankings, I've gone ahead and I moved Malik Neighbors up. Again, I don't want to say too much because we are about to be on the clock here. And I don't know if these teams right in front of us are watching this live stream. But let me pull this around. Ibuka off. So Neighbors does go 33. So my rankings have it as Javonte and T. Higgins as the top 2 picks. But for me personally, when we start running back the way that we have with James Cook and Amari Hampton, I'm going to prefer to build around the wide receiver position here at the 3-4 turn. And I'm going to take the combination of T. Higgins as well as Teteroa McMillan. I really like both of these players at cost. And keep in mind, in these underdog drafts, you have to draft at least 3 wide receivers. So if you at least have to draft 3 receivers, I am always afraid of falling too far behind at the running back position. I'm sorry, at the wide receiver position, but I just said running back because I looked at this team at 11, ripping off their 3rd running back before their 1st wide receiver. They have Josh Allen. Oh my gosh, Sam Laporta off the board at 40. Laporta going before Colson Loveland here. Ooh, this is going to be an interesting draft. Interesting development that we have. That team's willing to just go ahead and get their guys. Okay. Now, let's pull this around. I see a bunch of people in the chat saying season pass. Yeah, if I didn't say this earlier, we did set up
Colson Loveland. Interesting.
Giveaway. If you want to enter in to win a free one, all you got to do is type in the chat season pass, and also drop a like on this live stream. Do those 2 things, you'll be entered in to win a free flogfantasy.com season pass. And I don't know if it's because I'm wearing a hat. I don't know what's going on with the camera, but they got me looking orange today. I'm looking orangish yellow.
I'm looking orange.
Maybe it's the freaking orange smoothie I had for lunch. Not joking on that either. Now,
Oh boy. I'm thinking about 2 injured Giants right now. Neighbors or Scatabo. Or
let's see. Scat's falling a considerable amount in this one. I have Scat ranked at 42. Looks like the FSE guys for these best ball drafts have Scat ranked at 49.
I'm gonna take Scat, bro.
Here regardless.
I'm taking Scat at 40.
Mike Evans goes as well. For me, I'm still inclined to go ahead and snag some wide receivers the 5-6 turn if we can. Easier said than done. We'll see what's going to be.
I've done this once, or is this the one time?
Some massive follower like Bucky Irving, David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift, Trevion Henderson. I'll take the running back that falls. But with all else being equal, I think my expectations for the time being are going to be that we're grabbing a wide receiver at 60 and 61. Now, Facial Tootin goes off at 51. I just had to pull up my phone so I could drop a like in the stream as well. Now, let's see. Will says, are you going to review some best ball portfolios anytime soon? I have 165 drafts done. Yeah, so I know we have a bunch of questions waiting for us on flogfantasy.com, and I promise you it's going to be a high priority to get those done. I'll answer those in a live stream soon, hopefully tomorrow. I'm not going to do it tonight, though. The reason we're live streaming a little bit early tonight is the Mrs. Flock and myself, we are going to see the Odyssey, which I'm really excited for, to be honest. Lamar Jackson off at 54. Let's swing this around again. Maybe we are surprised and we get one of these running backs falling to us. DeAndre Swift goes. Carson says the new $1 million draft on Underdog looks fun. I haven't seen what the new $1 million contest is. Is the Badge Bros $1 million contest? What's the $1 million new draft on Underdog you're talking about? Okay, we are actually going to get a running back following us. My highest ranked player here is Carnell Tate. We're rocking the Titans jersey, so let's go ahead and take him. And then my next highest ranked player is Quinshon Judkins. I'm a little lower on Judkins just given the overall projections that we have for the Cleveland Browns offense, but it is what it is. We'll go ahead and snag him. And very rarely do you see a team grading out this poorly with the flogfantasy.com draft statistic. And yet you can see this team here at 9 with just an atrocious grade, but that is entirely based on them taking Sam Laporta at pick 40. So, like, I kind of agree with the draft assistant here that this team at 9 that took Laporta at 40 probably has the worst team. But, Carson, yeah, I don't see what $1 million draft you're talking about on Underdog. Like, at least a new one. Let me know if it's, like, not an NFL draft. I know they dropped the soccer ones. But, yeah, let me know. So, Caleb Williams off 65. That's to the Luther Burden team. And, dear God, this team that took Laporta at 40 just took Tyler Ward at 64. I mean, I'm not complaining. I really like our team at this point. James Cook, RB1. Amari Hampton, RB2. Quinshon Judkins, running back 3. Wide receiver, we have T. Higgins at 1. Tetterow and McMillan at 2. Carnell Tate at 3. Now, quarterbacks, obviously, we're not going to get the Higgins-Burrow stack. I'm not super excited about drafting Cam Ward or Bryce Young for
Yeah, I don't have much Christian
and
Watts.
Carnell Tate. So I'll have to figure out quarterback options a little later and maybe be a little creative with the quarterbacks that we draft and how we navigate the middle rounds. But so far, for starting a draft, I really do like the team. Clipper Nation says it's not a draft, it's a pick'em game. What's the $1 million pick'em game? Somebody explain it to me in the chat. I can pull up Twitter, and I'm sure Underdog tweeted it, but I have not heard it. I have not really been online yesterday and today. Like I said, Mrs. Flock and I went and had a phenomenal dinner last night. Oh my gosh. Can I show y'all what we had for dinner? It was the best dinner I have had. It's the best dinner I've had this summer, and it's very easy to say that. Let me go ahead and pull it up. I didn't take pictures of my own food, which I regret, but my phone was in the wifey's purse. So I'll have to go to Google to pull up a photo for y'all. So first, we started off with some empanadas. Incredible. And if y'all don't know, it's Buenos Aires Cafe in Austin, Texas, East 6th Street. So if anybody's in Austin, Texas, highly recommend. Then I moved over, and this is what I got for dinner. It was a steak sandwich, like super good steak between a couple slices of bread. Got a side Caesar salad, and then we got like a lemon pie for dessert. Oh, it was to die for. So I'm sorry we cut the live stream short last night, but it was well worth it. It truly was. Now, let me search Underdog on Twitter and see if we can find something about this $1 million pick'em game.
Oh, shit. I didn't notice this.
We got Kate in the chat. Shout out Kate. Clipper Nation says you got to make 20 picks one at a time. You start with 1 million and you wager on each pick, and you get it right, you get to keep that amount. Example, you bet $800K on the pick and you miss, you have $200,000 remaining. I don't comprehend that at all. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to
take Fowler here.
Here's our
Fowler.
highest ranked guy.
Oh man, I have Carnell Tate too.
Take our next highest ranked wide receiver with Cortland Sutton. What I like about
So many
these picks is one, again, in an Underdog best ball contest where we got to start 3 wide receivers. I don't know if fall too far behind at the wide receiver position when we start running back. So grabbing a pretty solid wide receiver 4 and wide receiver 5, I like. And the other thing that is an important note here is because we don't have quarterbacks yet, the wide receivers that I want to be taking, I want their quarterbacks to be available for us to draft later on. And we can get Daniel Jones later on to pair up with Alex Pierce. We can get Bo Nix later on to pair up with Cortland Sutton. Now this team at 9, again, they have the worst graded team out here. And they do take Shaheed at 88. So I wouldn't be that surprised if the grade gets even worse. Now, John says, good day, young man. Are you going to put the hats on sale? I'd rather buy one, save the free ones for the young guys. I really appreciate the sentiment, my friend. Okay, so y'all know I try to be as transparent with absolutely everything as I possibly can be with y'all. And I actually just put an official deposit down on the hats that we ordered for this shipment.
QJ fell. Jeez.
Let me show y'all. I'm not going to show y'all the invoice of how much it cost, but I'll show y'all the invoice of how they looked whenever we got them. So these are the hats we're going to order this year. Obviously, we ordered like 2,000 hats last year. We gave them away for free. I think it was actually more than 2,000 hats because we first did like a 500 hat shipment, then a 2,000 hat shipment. But we ordered 2,000 of these. We did an equal amount of every design. What we did, I don't know exactly how we're going to give it away this year, but I don't like trying to sell merchandise because, like, transparently, from like a business perspective, if I try to sell hats, building out the logistics behind it to do that year round is incredibly difficult, and the margins on selling like physical goods are pretty low. Because, like, hypothetically, just going through and thinking through like the business end of things, for flockfantasy.com, I have pretty steady costs, right? We have a team of developers that I have to pay, so that amount is remaining the same kind of regardless of how many season passes we sell. Now the developers do get bonuses if we hit certain thresholds with season passes. That's besides the point, right? You can just kind of contextualize. If I have to pay developers X amount of dollars every month on flockfantasy.com, if we sell one season pass versus 10,000 season passes, like, my costs remain about the same. However, if all of a sudden I try to like launch a merch business and start selling hats, it's like the more successful we become with it, the more it costs us, you know? So one, because the margins are so much smaller, I don't think it's as good of a business. Two, it's a bigger headache. So I know maybe you would say, Mason, come on, man, just hire somebody to handle it for you, but I don't think we're big enough to pay somebody to hire it for us. We tried back in 2020 to do like a drop shipping thing, but the thing is, those companies charge you so much and the quality is so bad that I think it's like a lose-lose for everybody.
Damn.
So what we did last year with the hats, and I'll try to go ahead and pull up the tweet so I can show y'all a picture of all
Let's
the
take
hats
Brooks before he gets steamed up by all the beat reporters. Jeez, Panthers, Titans, Giants,
I don't want to say anything until we are
Minnesota.
on the clock. Okay, we're going to take Bo Nix here for the Sutton stack.
Oh,
we're
no.
going to take Jackson Dart here as our second quarterback as well, because Dart, while we don't have any Giants,
Hopefully we get this one guy. It'll be another shitty offense, though.
Dart has rushing upside, so I'm not completely opposed to having him unstacked. But anyway, so like these are all the hats that we bought last year, shipped them out. Obviously, you can see that I'm wearing one. Yeah, so this was the number. We bought 2,500 hats because it was an order of 2,000, but first I ordered like 500 to make sure they were going to be high quality. So what we did last year is essentially anybody who was like a mother flocker on the site or bought a season pass, I posted like a Google Forms link on flockfantasy.com, and it said like, hey, give me your email address so we can confirm that you did get the season pass this year. And also, give me.
Damn, I wanted Michael Wilson, boys.
And then let me know what your address is. And then we went ahead and shipped those out for free. Because I would rather like advertise like a season pass.
Triple down.
A season pass for $34, going to help you in your fantasy league. And then
Let's go with Gainwell.
Like giving away the hats for free.
Stop at 5 backs.
I had already got that. Versus me trying to go through and launch a merch business, if that makes sense. So I'm sure.
Yeah, we're gonna lock in at 5. I fuck with these guys too.
Be the smartest businessman in the world.
I know my second quarterback I want.
Started watching his YouTube videos.
8. Yeah, that's gonna be a good construction. 2583 I think is good. 4 solid guys. Watson, QJ, Jefferson, Tate. You know, high upside. 4th overall pick in the draft.
Information for y'all real quick. If you want to come to the Flock League meetup, it's completely free. I'm just hanging out, wanting to meet as many of y'all as possible. The other guys from the Flock League are going to be there as well. We'll record it, make it a YouTube video. It's in Austin, Texas. It is August 16th. It's a Sunday. It's like at 6 p.m. Which I don't know if we have the time on here. We probably need to get the time on here. It's like 5 or 6 p.m. Sunday, August 16th in Austin, Texas at Revelry Kitchen and Bar. But I will bring boxes of hats there for anybody who wants to pull up. You can have as many free hats as you want. I would love for you to take them. And then we'll probably, with the rest, I'd imagine, find some type of way to just give it away free to the community. But if you want one guaranteed, just show up to the event. Now, let's pull this over. Mackenzie says, are you saying if I buy a season pass, I'll get a hat that alone might sell me? I am definitely not saying that, because if I say that out loud and then somebody from Australia goes like, hey, can you spend $40 to ship me the hat here? And I'm like, well, we made $30 off the season pass, and we're about to buy the hat, and with the shipping, it's going to cost me $60. If you're in Australia, I'm be honest, even if you got a season pass, I'm probably not shipping you a hat. But last year,
funny.
what we did is we posted the link on the site, and those people that had the season passes, they
Man.
got them.
I have a ton of digs.
Now, let's pull this around. Kincaid goes 128. Obviously, you can see with the draft.
Let's go Higgins
Likely is highlighted green. We do have that
for that week 17 stack.
I don't want to say anything else until we're on the clock. I'm comfortable saying
Versus
that,
Watson.
I think it's kind of obvious.
Let's do that.
Willis goes. We're going to take Isaiah Likely for the stack here for sure.
39.
Honestly,
Oh,
we can
shit.
take Kelsey too. We don't have a tight end yet, so I think we can double dip tight end here at the turn.
Wonder,
This is one of my favorite drafts that
will I get Ward at 153?
As of right now, at
Still a-
running back, we have the combination of James Cook RB1, Amari Hampton RB2, Quinshawn Judkins running back 3. I think it's a damn good running back room. Quarterback, we have both.
All right, if Diggs is there, I have to take Diggs.
We have Jackson Dart stacked with Isaiah Likely.
If not, I'll go Ward.
Fine quarterback room. We're going to take a third guy. Don't get me wrong. And then wide receiver, we have T. Higgins, McMillan at 2, Carnell Tate at 3, Alec Pierce at 4, Cortland Sutton at 5. So I think our wide receiver room's good. And then we have Isaiah Likely and Travis Kelce at tight end. We're going to take a third later on. So overall, I really like this team. Looking at what the draft assistants
Gotta take Diggs, man.
We can possibly try to get away with 4 running backs. The math is pretty split between what makes the most sense here in 4 and 5 running back builds. With us
12th round Diggs.
Amari Hampton, Quinshawn Judkins. Realistically, I probably would have gone with the 4 running back build if we would have taken like another running back here at 60. Say we would have gone Jadarian Price and Quinshawn, but we didn't. Again, we took Carnell Tate there, so I'm less concerned about wide receiver. The math at wide receiver shows us that 7 and 8 wide receiver builds look just fine. But obviously, if you're looking at the math, we need 3 tight ends. We need 3 quarterbacks as well. So pretty clear that we need to take the extra positions there. Now, let's move this over. Kev Dogs says, nice mug, Mason. Yeah, honestly, this cup is absolutely goated. This is a picture of Trey Lance and myself on a cup. And speaking of the Flock meetup, a couple of years ago, a super fine gentleman came to the Flock League. I'm sorry, just at that point, it was just the Flock Fantasy meetup. And he has like an art shop in Austin, and he made me this. So, shout out to you. Really appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, now Kev Dog says, will we hear who are the 2 new members of the Flock League next week? Yes, sir. That video should come out, I would guess, next Friday. Could be wrong. Now, Isaiah Pacheco off at 146. Jalen McMillan goes 147. Anthony says, should take Bryce Young if he falls to pair him up with McMillan. 100% I agree. If we do end up getting Bryce Young here at 156, we'll probably take him to pair him up with Tenero McMillan. We do also have the possibility of taking Daniel Jones to pair him up with Alec Pierce. So we'll see which one of these quarterbacks makes it to us. But we got a couple options.
It's time to cook, Pat Riley. Damn, Ward goes.
Later, so a lot of things that could go down here at 156.
Crazy.
Now Jalen Naylor goes 151, so maybe that Naylor idea is short-lived. Arondé Gadsden goes 152. Brian Robinson goes 153. Hunter Henry 154. We have to.
Well.
Josh Allen and Malik Willis. So
yeah.
Maybe they don't draft the 3rd quarterback having Allen. There's a good shot we get Daniel Jones here to pair up with Alec Pierce.
Let me see.
So exactly what happens if you're looking at my list. I have Daniel Jones, Juwan Jennings as the top 2 guys.
Oh, Nico Collins right here.
I think it'll be probably a little more unique.
Yeah, I'm taking Stroud.
Britton Strange instead of Juwan Jennings based on the way the ADPs line up. So we're going to do just that. We'll take Daniel Jones.
This guy wants a third Q.
Pair him up with Alec Pierce. We'll go Britton Strange as our third tight end. And yeah, again, I think that this team is already strong, and I think it just got stronger.
Higgins, Stroud. That's my 2 QBs, Stroud and Allen.
Now, let me move this over.
Got 5 backs, wide receivers, 8.
Like your sleeper ESPN league,
and we need 3 tight ends.
If you want to download the draft assistant, what you want to do is go to flockfantasy.com, pull up the draft sheets. Right, so if you're then on the draft sheets, you'll see the get the overlay tool. And if you're on Google Chrome, you can go ahead and add this.
Yeah, Stroud would have got cooked for me for sure.
Again, I would just use the draft sheets on the site. You can mark these players off as they get drafted. Just definitely, I'd recommend putting in your exact league settings because the draft sheets you're looking at will be custom to your specific league settings and your format as well. So if you're playing in a
Week 17 stack with Scatabo.
Viewing, especially say if it's my rankings, is going to be wildly different than what you would see if you were playing in like a.
Don't think I've ever seen him play, but
10-team.
I don't know. He's got a lot of buzz.
Non-PPR format, right? If you're looking at my rankings in this kind of format, hell, we're gonna have Kenneth Walker ranked before Amon Ross and stuff. Make sure you're putting in your exact league settings to get the exact draft sheets that are meant for you.
19.
If you're on a computer on that same page, you can just hit get the overlay tool, and then it will add it to your Google Chrome extension.
Okay.
Now,
easy catch for somebody of his caliber.
Around.
Okay, that was a tougher catch. Nice.
At this point, selfishly, what we would like seeing as many quarterbacks and tight ends off the board as possible.
Wide open.
This is a
Okay.
super weird draft where, I mean,
Did he like? Okay, whatever. Was it a blown coverage or did he juke his ass?
or tight ends,
Okay, way to get in the end zone.
exclusively running backs and receivers, right? We have 5 wide receivers and 3 running backs the first 8 rounds.
Okay.
And then as we go
I like that.
to rounds 9 through 14, we rip
Another
off
one?
3 straight quarterbacks and 3 straight tight ends. So super interesting draft. Obviously, it goes without saying, if you were drafting
Nice.
your regular
Oh, if he stays up.
ESPN league,
Tough catch on 4th and 5. Very nice.
if you were drafting in your regular sleeper league, Yahoo league, you would never consider taking a 3rd tight end or a 3rd quarterback. This is very specific to underdog best ball. Okay.
Nice. Oh, nah. I'm actually pissed he got caught, and I regret the pick. Not playing. Solid. In the 14th? What the hell? Definitely. I'm sure there's some teams with him later, but
Kenyon Sadiq goes 172.
whatever, bro.
Barner 173. Let me swing this over. So when we're preparing to make our next pick, quarterbacks and tight ends are completely off the board for us. We are only running back and wide receiver. Debo Samuel goes 176. I'd have been really excited to grab Debo. Keon Coleman 177. I mean, that's the team that has like the D+ grade, right? They're just going out and they're getting their guys. They took Christian Kirk at 129. Fernando Mendoza goes 178. I don't want to say anything until we're on the clock, but we are going to get Zach Charbonnet. Of course, Zach Charbonnet is going to miss like half the season rehabbing from this torn ACL. But getting him at pick 180 for a running back that scored 170
yeah, I love AJ Barner.
points last season. Kind of a no-brainer to take.
I don't know why. I just feel good about AJ Barner. Also week 17 stack. Let's go.
ADP is Jerry Jeudy is the highest ranked player. However, I'm going to take Zachariah Branch.
Zachariah Branch.
And our plan is we're going to go with one more running back to have 5 total RBs. And then we're going to go with one more wide receiver to have 7 total receivers. Okay. Now, Tamaldos is what rookie are you most high on? So, I have very, very boring answers when it comes to
Cool.
rookie questions.
Ferguson, week 17 stack with Kenny Gainwell. Second tight end, week 11. You know we're going 3, so it don't matter.
Just the straight up guy that's going to be highest in my rankings. It's very obvious. It's going to be the running back that just went number 3 overall in the NFL draft, right? I'm not going to be able to come through and have some like super hot take that's going to be unique there. Like Jeremiah Love with number 3 overall in the NFL draft. You should by far and away be the first drafted rookie in fantasy drafts. But my answer is kind of boring when it comes to my favorite rookies at cost as well. Is my favorite rookie at cost is probably Carnell Tate, which is the most expensive rookie wide receiver. But I will say the guy that I've spent the most money drafting in terms of just raw exposures in underdog best ball drafts specifically is Emmett Johnson. However, I would say that in your regular Yahoo redraft league, Emmett Johnson shouldn't even be drafted, right? Now, Katron Allen goes 194. This team at 2 just took their 7th running back on a Bijan Robinson team. This was an incredibly weird draft. Yeah, this team at 2 literally takes Bijan and then still ends up ripping off 7 running backs. Okay. Ray Davis goes 195. We still need a running back. I mean, Sharps is our running back 4 is not the prettiest sight. I know who we want to fall to us. We'll see if it happens. Colby Parkinson goes 196. I don't know if y'all saw. I mean, I need to just go ahead and nuke Ayuk in these rankings. Obviously, if y'all weren't here, I was dumb enough like a month or 2 ago to think that Brandon Ayuk was going to be a commander before the man lost his mind on social media. And I was actually drafting Brandon Ayuk aggressively in the final 3 rounds of these drafts, which was a clear, massive mistake.
Tank Dell. Got a lot of Dell.
Ayuk in 14% of my drafts. So I need to just go ahead and move him to a point in these rankings where you would never consider drafting him. David Njoku off the board at 201. Tua goes, so again, like I've said in the past, Emmett Johnson's the guy that I've spent the most money on this year. Rookie or not.
15. What? I have $200?
I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's a chance he's not even.
Oh,
we're going to take
my God.
with Jackson Dart. But there's a chance that he is not even the running back 2 for the Kansas City Chiefs. There's a chance he's a literal 0. Now, it's not going to be the end of the world if that happens. Because, again, he's going in round 17, round 18 of pretty much every single draft. You whiff on a player like that. I mean, hell, 90% of picks that are made in round 17 and 18 are going to be 0s. But, like, it's not like I was over the moon with Emmett Johnson as a prospect where I'm like, hey, this is somebody that I want to be aggressively targeting in my drafts. It's just we get to the final 2 rounds, and I'm like, hey, it's a good Kansas City
Darnell Washington or Michael Mayer?
Things about his prospect profile. Kenneth Walker does
Njoku?
have an extensive injury history as well.
Haven't drafted him in a while.
I mean,
Let's get him on the squad.
Reasons to be interested in going through and taking him in the final 2 rounds, but the downside is he's a literal 0, right? Like, he wouldn't be the first rookie running back for the Kansas City Chiefs that was drafted on day 3 that turned out to do literally nothing. I mean, Brashad Smith last year, what was the final stat line he had?
All right, cool.
I'll say last year we actually nailed our round 17, 18 Kansas City Chiefs running back pick. I was taking a ton of Kareem Hunt in round 18, which turned out to be really good. But yeah, Brashad Smith last year had 44 rush attempts and 150 rushing yards for the Kansas City Chiefs. That literally could be Emmett Johnson this year, and I've taken the time to him. So
Let's rip one more, boys.
to be honest, but in this draft here, we have Vinny drafting with us at 12, Draco drafting at 11, and let me know if anybody else made it into this draft with us. Gil says, day 5 of pitching this idea to Mason, have a minor league flock league where the winner gets a spot to the actual flock league. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, I've heard that idea 1,000 times, right? Because especially every time we do the flock league auditions, there are so many people deserving of a spot that we could literally have it like Major League Baseball. We could have Flock League to pros, Flock League AAA, Flock League AA, Flock League single A. Like there are that many super talented people that could do it. The problem is, one, the Flock League's not big enough where our budget isn't high enough to be able to go through and like manage those leagues. But
107. Okay.
Future dependent on where the Flock League goes. This is going to be one of the most arrogant things you ever hear and one of the most off-base things that you ever hear. And of course, feel free to roll your eyes when I say this because I understand I'm an idiot. I am very much full of myself when it comes to the Flock League because I personally, as a viewer, think it's the best thing ever made. I mean, whenever a new video's out, I am so freaking excited to watch it myself. Amon-Ra St. Brown goes, means we're going to get either CMC or Jonathan Taylor. CeeDee Lamb goes, so we're going to get McCaffrey. This is back-to-back drafts where we've seen Jefferson, St. Brown, and Lamb all go before like CMC and Jonathan Taylor. But again, I think like the Flock League could be so big that people that don't even watch, like that don't even play fantasy football, watch it. Like that is, I think it's like the best thing ever. Again, I'm very biased, but I just get so much joy when a video comes out. And if that ends up happening, where it's like absolutely massive, then I think it would be much easier because we'd have a larger budget where we could do some like minor league affiliation, and then if you lose the Flock League, you have to get demoted for a year. Like, so I agree. I think it's a very good idea. I just think it's not big enough that
107.
be able to handle it and support it. Saquon Barkley goes, Devon Achane highest in my rankings. Here's the deal, though.
Yeah, I'm going JT.
Is this going to load fast enough for us to see what the most
I'm a JT'er.
combo is?
CMC JT.
Actually, yeah, it's very flat in terms of McCaffrey teams drafting Walker, Chase Brown, or Achane. So if that's the case, I'm just going to go ahead.
You know, we know JT has that ability to nuke any week.
At RB16.
I'm on Raw too. But
Now let me move this over.
Colts play who week 17.
We got WC Finn.
Guess I could look now. Scroll down.
Draft with us at 3. I appreciate all of y'all. Okay.
Hello?
Raul says, bro, it's not pride, arrogance, well deserved. I appreciate that, my friend.
I just seen it. They play Cleveland. He could nuke Cleveland in week 17. 3 touchdowns, 200 yards.
So, Rasheed Rice going off the board at 18 here. We did get the positive blurb with Rice that he is going to be good to go for camp. Which, I mean, the second that you're seeing on Instagram Reels, Twitter, TikTok, Rasheed Rice running out there in the practice field catching passes from Patrick Mahomes, I wouldn't be surprised if this is the end cost for Rice. Like, it wouldn't be the most shocking thing.
Rasheed.
Travis says, who would you want to beat most this year in the Flock League Finals? I can't say. Here's my hope in the Flock League. I hope Sal loses the league, frankly. The dude was dead last for the vast majority of season 1, has the luckiest draft ever, and now looks like a genius. So my hope is Sal crashes and burns and he loses. So I don't want to say that I want to beat him because I don't even want him to get to the finals. I don't want him to make the playoffs. Obviously, I don't want the FSC
Bowers.
to make the playoffs. That'd be
Brown or
disrespectful.
K-Walk?
Where they belong. Who I would have the most joy beating in the finals, though. Which, side note, keep this under wraps, everybody here. There's a chance that if we can get a sponsor for the Flock League, which looks like it may happen,
Going Brown.
a small probability that, and I don't want to say small, at this point it's become a larger probability.
Going AJ Brown,
We're
man.
about to get a pretty big sponsor for the Flock League that's going to open up a lot of possibilities. And one of those possibilities is I think we may be going to Hawaii for the championship week 17 matchups, and we may be live streaming all of that there. Kyron Williams is my highest ranked player. And sure, we will go ahead and take him, but once we go 3 running backs straight, we really need a wide receiver in the 4th. So,
going AJ Brown, man.
like, picturing myself in Hawaii rooting against somebody, right, face to face with them. I would love to be Avery, right? Is what would bring me the most joy. I'd be fine with Avery I'm fine with Avery having success in the flop. Like, I'm okay with it. So I'm fine with him getting to the finals. Whereas the FSC guys, Sal, again, I want them to crash and burn. I don't want them in the finals. But I get so much joy from beating Avery personally that I would love it. And yes, Kevin Maurice's Clash Royale sponsor. Yes, the sponsor.
Oh, my legs are sore, boys. Ah, yeah.
So, in those Flock League videos, you will hear me say, hey, download Clash Royale, use promo code FLOCK. You better not be upset with me. Just know it's going to open up some pretty sick opportunities for us. Terry McLaurin goes 38s. Mike Evans off 39. Evan, let's take Allen. Let's try to build a team that you can't replicate. Let's do it. I know we said we wanted a wide receiver here in the 4th, but I mean, like, Tedero McMillan, T. Higgins, even Waddle, like, these guys that I would have really enjoyed picking at 40, they're already off the board. So the question comes down to, like, okay, do we go ahead and reach on Garrett Wilson here at 40? Okay. Now let's pull this around. Al Johnson says, Mason, is there a way you use the draft assistant for a live in-person draft?
I'm coming up. I'm coming up on the clock, boys. Breeze. Breeze goes. Man.
So in that scenario, yeah, we'll just have the live draft assistant.
Olave goes.
Your laptop as you're going, bam. However, if you're saying that's not the case,
Big Buka.
you don't have like the live online draft loaded in.
Yeah.
And
I'm just slamming Josh Allen, man.
It's a legitimate, real in-person experience. Like,
Got a good feeling about him this year. He's going in the 4th, I see. Sometimes. Another draft where I start 3 different positions. Don't know if I love it. The team worked out pretty well on the last draft. But I do enjoy clicking Josh Allen, man.
These are Mason's rankings. These are very specific for like a non-PPR 10-team league. That's why you're seeing Kenneth Walker ahead of Amon-Ra, Lamb, and Jefferson.
Big Buka, I like that.
That's why you're seeing Kyron Williams ahead of Drake London, Nico Collins.
T. Higgins.
This is for a non-PPR 10-team league.
Maybe the 2 receivers I'll take over Josh Allen. Kyron.
I mean, you'll have the custom draft sheets for whatever league settings that you're playing in, and you can cross
Zay.
they're drafted, circle the players.
Conky.
And then obviously, if you're, you can also just manually do the draft sheets on your computer, because as you go through, and like if you have your computer open, once Jahmyr Gibbs is taken, you can just cross off Jahmyr Gibbs here, right? Once
Neighbors goes.
you go through like this, and you go, oh, McCaffrey's the last guy in this tier, or this format. Now, let's move this around. Colson Loveland off 53. Pretty big fall for Loveland here. J-Mo goes 54. And pretty big fall for Luther Burden as well. With Luther Burden going at 52, both of the Chicago Bears guys slide in this draft. For us, selfishly, obviously, what we want is we want a wide receiver.
Nice.
And typically, if you look at my rankings, I actually have Carnell Tate ranked ahead of these.
Okay. Scatabo goes. That's tough.
The only instance of taking over Carnell Tate is if Josh Allen's my quarterback.
No, let's do it.
Bridges Mason is your draft.
One of each position. We got the 1-0. We got the rank 1 of each position. JT, RB1. AJ Brown finishes wide receiver 1. Josh Allen finishes QB 1. Loveland finishes tight end 1. That happens. We're locked. Let's land this plane. Very interesting. Very interesting.
let's move this over. Lamar Jackson off at 62. For me, selfishly,
But I did want
I
Scatterbo.
like seeing these quarterbacks go here because
Even
of course we have Josh Allen.
I fuck with Montgomery
But
too.
no
Honestly.
guarantee we get a quarterback at 64. I'm sorry, no quarterback. No
Waddle,
guarantee we get a
McLaurin,
quarterback at
Evans.
63. Tyler Ward goes, thank God we get Brian Thomas. We just need to keep playing catch up here at the wide receiver position. I mean, at running back right now, we're currently sitting with McCaffrey, Achane, Kyron. We have the elite quarterback with Allen. Wide receiver, we have DJ Moore and Brian Thomas. So if you look at the draft assistant, it's going to tell us we need a ton of wide receivers. Right now, we're only drafting 2 QBs. Running back 4 and 5 running back.
Damn, Lovin fell
both
heavy
make
in
sense.
his draft.
Wide receiver, we need either 7, 8, or 9 wide receivers. And then tight end, we're looking at 3. So, no matter what, we're only drafting 1 more quarterback. If we draft another running back soon, we're probably only going to take 4. Now, of course, if we wait until the very end of this draft and then we grab, like, our next running back we take is a super late round guy, then yeah, we'll probably go ahead and we'll probably end up with 5 of them. But that would be in the scenario in which we like the wide receivers that make it to us here through the next few rounds.
Let me get my stack, man. Oh, J-Mo. Okay. Let me get my stack, man. DJ Moore, Josh Allen. Gonna light the league up.
Bryce says, Mason, please add IDP onto the website. So here's the thing about flockfantasy.com, right? Flockfantasy.com has like a couple different pillars of what like makes everything work and what powers all the tools. One, we
Mario
have
has Zodia.
they develop the tools, blah, blah, blah. 2, we have all the different creators on flockfantasy.com that make rankings, that set values, that keep things updated, right? Because
That ain't
once,
Dunkin'
we
Donuts.
get a blurb on Malik Neighbors that, oh, he dodges the pup. We have a
Tate goes
we have
right
a
after.
bunch of
Wow.
different experts on the site. They go through and they update their Malik rankings neighbor based off that, right? The dev team can't do that on themselves. So we need, essentially, if we were going to do IDP, one of the creators on the site understanding how to play IDP fantasy football to a great level. I am not that, right? I have never played in an IDP league. I have played in so many league formats, especially from a dynasty perspective, that I'm sure y'all know, but dynasty fantasy football is where like you'll run into pretty much every weird league format you can imagine. I've specifically strayed away from IDP leagues because for me it just doesn't tickle my fancy. I don't enjoy having to think through defensive player stats. So I wouldn't want to do that myself as a creator. I would want to be defensive player rankings, and no other creators that we currently have on the site would want to either. So if we were going to do IDP on flockfantasy.com, what we would need is like an IDP expert to come in and handle everything. I'm not going to be able to sit here and pretend like I know what order you should be drafting linebackers this next season. I have no idea. Okay. Dick says, have you played in a dynasty league that doesn't exist anymore? Yes, sir. I've actually been playing in dynasty fantasy football since 2014. So this is like my 13th year playing
Let's see
in dynasty.
what happens
and
here. Tyson.
The dream in dynasty fantasy football is you join a league and it never folds. You join a league and it lasts forever.
Damn,
but
I
when you
only have one
play as long
running
as
back.
I have, you'll realize that dream's not super realistic.
Oh, okay. That solves my problem. Thank goodness. Gonna take Parker Washington.
With random people you meet on the internet, because
Yeah, I was thinking about it. Clicking Drake May. Give me the 2 elites. Right, AJ Brown.
You can make a strong argument. Trevor Lawrence,
DJ Moore, Josh.
Trevor Lawrence, the highest
Lock that in. That's okay. We don't keep it pushing. And I'm glad.
So we would have the stack. The issue is we already have Josh
Drake
Allen,
May
right?
win.
So if we have Josh Allen, I think our biggest hole at this point
2583
is still gonna be wide
again?
receiver and not QB. But yeah, again, like if we were looking at like me playing in dynasty leagues for what did I say, 14 years at this point? I have joined 50 random dynasty leagues from people I just met in fantasy football group chats, Discord, group me's, from like 2014 through like 2020. And the majority of those leagues have folded, and the majority of those leagues are no longer around, that were created in just random fantasy football group chats in 2015. It sucks. I wish it wasn't the case, but it's the reality of the situation. Now, if you can create a dynasty league with people that you personally know, obviously that's so much better, and that is way more likely
Anchor
to last
RB.
for an eternity.
Oh, we did a
But
pillars,
what I
but
found is realistically,
we dead ass did a.
dynasty leagues, their shelf life is
We did the
6,
full
7,
pillars.
8 years, at least what I've found. Now, Henry says, I created my first dynasty league in 1997, and we are in year 30 and still have 6 of the original owners. Now, that is like the coolest story ever, right? That is the literal dream that I'm talking about. But that's awesome, my friend. Rome says, does the website tool have DST and kicker rankings as well? We do not have DST and kicker rankings on flockfantasy.com. If we get enough people requesting kicker and DST rankings, we can go ahead and look into doing that for y'all, but
Nice. Lock in Tony P. Looks like he's falling a bit. That's cool. I don't have a bunch of them, so I will scoop it up, especially with one.
Okay. The
Running
doctor says,
back.
my longest lasting dynasty league still going since 2009. Yeah, that's incredible, my friend.
Incredible.
Okay. Now, Jackson Dart off at 101. Let me move this around. So, Purdy, I would actually say he's one of the quarterbacks that I'm fine pairing up with his running back, because obviously the main value you get with McCaffrey is a lot of those checkdowns and hopefully receiving touchdowns. An interesting note that I need to point out here as well is there is a team after us that has Jalen Waddle. Let me confirm this. Yeah, Vinny has Waddle, and he only has Drake May. So if we were to pass on Purdy here, thinking like, oh, we can get Bo Nix in the next round, I think we'll be sadly mistaken. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to take Brock Purdy to pair him up with Christian McCaffrey at 105. And I'm okay with this pick. Now, let me move this over. Ohio State says, any update on the redraft leagues? So, in case y'all missed it, past few days I've been talking about the possibility of us doing a redraft draft every night in this live stream where I throw like $200 in the league pot. Whoever wins the league gets the $200. So I would be incentivized, hey, try to win the league so you don't lose $200. And obviously y'all be incentivized to try to do the best that you can so you win $200.
Oh, hell yeah, Jordan Addison.
Phenomenal practice for me in the flock league. I think it would be super useful information for y'all as well as you navigate your own drafts. I think it's looking more likely that we are going to do it, but we're probably not going to do anything like that until we get to August. Because once we get to August, I think we are in full-blown redraft season. And obviously, y'all know I absolutely love these underdog drafts. Now, let me move this around. We got some pretty negative George Kittle news today. Kittle did hit the pup, but, I mean, that shouldn't be the biggest surprise. So the blurb says the Niners placed Kittle Achilles on the active pup list Saturday. Kittle continues to recover from a torn right Achilles that he suffered in the Niners NFC playoff win over the Eagles in January. The veteran tight end has been optimistic that he's ahead of schedule in his recovery and will be ready for Week 1 against the Rams on September 10th. By being placed in the active pup list, Kittle is eligible to participate in practice once he's fully recovered from his injury, but he'll be limited to side work for the time being. I understand that you can make the argument like, oh, okay, he has such a crazy high weekly ceiling that especially on a Brock Purdy team, you have to go ahead and take him here. But honestly, I think he's going to fall in cost a bit. So I'm going to take Golden because we are still far behind at the wide receiver position. And we'll figure out our tight end room a little later on. Okay. Getty Sauce says, I use kicker and DST in my leagues, and they seem too volatile. Like, kickers can drop an egg, and DST changes every week. So, yeah. For me specifically, like, I'll fill y'all in on my experience. So, I'm sure y'all know this, or at least if you don't, but most, like, die-hard fantasy football leagues, they don't start kickers and defenses, right? So, like, look at everybody that's in the flock league. Like, the FSC guys, the domain guys, Zach from Land. Whenever we initially launched the flock league, none of them wanted to do kickers or defenses because that's what we're used to doing in our own leagues, right? Like, if you play in a league with some very serious people, there's probably not going to be a kicker or defense. I had to advocate for us to do kickers and defenses in the flock league just because I want the flock league to be very similar to the regular fantasy football league that the person plays in with their coworkers, right? That maybe doesn't care about fantasy football until August. I want it to be as close to possible as like the most normal fantasy football league and relatable fantasy football league. So I had to advocate for kickers and defenses. But specifically when we started like with kickers and defenses 2 years ago, it was probably my first time playing in a fantasy football league having to start a kicker in like 6 seasons. So I just like, for my own experience and in my own league, I have no idea what I'm doing with kickers. So that's a big reason why we don't have them on flockfantasy.com, because I don't know what I'm doing with them. I don't want to be giving y'all kicker rankings that I don't feel comfortable with. But I mean, maybe it's something that I need to spend more time researching. Maybe it's something I need to spend more time figuring it out. But just selfishly, I don't really have much fun with it either. But, and then defenses, I think, are really easy to figure out from a week-to-week perspective because you can just go ahead and look at the sportsbook data. Jacory Cross-Camara goes, we are going to take Chris Rodriguez as our 4th running back here. And let me see after we do that, does it want us to take 4 or 5 running backs still? Looks like the math actually skews better to take 4 running backs when we have McCaffrey, Achane, Kyren, and then Rodriguez is our 4th. Wide receiver, the math skews towards only needing 8 though. So it is telling us that we can take a 5th running back if we want, but I'm still worried about falling too far behind at the wide receiver position. Okay, Shaheed goes 131. But yeah, so in terms of like how I view defenses, whenever I'm drafting in my own redraft league, like obviously I understand to a certain extent, hey, these are the elite defenses of the NFL, right? The Denver Broncos have a very good defense. The Houston Texans have a phenomenal defense. On the flip side of that, I understand like, oh, the Dallas Cowboys have a garbage defense, right? But with my own defensive strategy, what I'm mainly doing is I'm just looking week to week at what the spreads and implied team totals are from Las Vegas sportsbooks. And I'm applying that. We're going to take a tight end here. We're just going to go ahead and grab Dallas Goedert. And I'm applying that to my defense rankings and who we're picking up for the week, right? So for kickers, long story short, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing. And for defenses, I'm just using sportsbook data from a week-to-week perspective, which is why I haven't felt like super comfortable going through and going like, hey, here are my season-long kicker rankings. Here are my season-long DST rankings, right? Okay. Raul says, I haven't played in a league with kicker or DST in decades. I would actually not be that surprised that most people in this live stream right now don't play with kickers and defenses, but also I would classify y'all as like fantasy football diehards, right? Maybe diehard's a poor choice of words, but y'all take fantasy football very seriously. Y'all are sitting here watching a fantasy football live stream July 25th. So like the amount of people that play fantasy football, a ton. Like last I looked it up, it was like 40 million people a year. The amount of people that take fantasy football seriously, that are willing to watch like a fantasy football live stream in July, very, very small, right? So in this very small subsection of the people that care a ton, that take it seriously,
I just want to put some blood on my ratty. I ain't never read a book into the judge going at me. Glock 17 with the switch, he ain't no controlling it. The PSC snitching, ain't no controlling it. Glass scene dreams, I'm stamping it while I'm folding it. Seen a nigga bug out his bullet and start showing it.
so
What the hell?
I could very easily see some leagues have kicker DST, some don't. I hate with the passion the ones that have kicker and DST. Yeah, so like that's what I'm saying. Vinny obviously is a diehard fantasy football player and takes this very seriously. But why we decided to do kicker and DST in the clock is because out of the 30 million people that play fantasy football, I imagine 35 million of them have a kicker and a defense spot in this Every little thing that happens in my league cares so much about, right? And you get to watch the clips and watch people sweat it out. It's like when somebody loses on a kicker or is relying on a kicker, and like everybody in the league's paying attention and making fun of them. I like it a lot. I think it's fantastic.
No, Diggs and then Willis goes. Wow, what a fucking nightmare.
150.
Seriously.
Cam Ward 151. We're not taking another quarterback, so I mean it's good for us to see QBs off the board. It is horrible for us to see Malik Willis fall this far. We're going to take Omar Cooper as our 6th wide receiver.
Right, Willis goes one.
Yeah, Malik Willis.
He's still available in the 150s.
Still on the board for us at 153.
Come on,
But when
man.
we go Josh Allen,
This man went 3 Qs in a row.
It's so tough to justify taking another quarterback here that we're just simply not going to be able to. Because Sal was so pissed when he lost to kicker week 3 of the 2024 Flock League.
6.
Yeah, like I haven't been screwed by a kicker in a defense yet.
Don't know if I
maybe
could
why I've
do
been
that.
having fun with it.
8.
But,
Yeah, we'll go 8.
Yeah, so I've been just having fun.
2, 6,
watching
8,
guys spaz
2.
over.
Is that a thing?
So looking at this, I think we can take. How do I say anything till around the clock? Darnold goes 158.
2.
Bigsby goes. Yeah, we'll take Jonah Coleman here.
Yeah.
I really do not like the Ryan Flournoy cost. So I'm intentionally avoiding Flournoy in these drafts unless like I have an unstacked Dak Prescott or I have Dak Prescott and he falls around past ADP.
We'll
But
see
now
what's going
this
on here.
running back, we have McCaffrey RB1, Achane RB2, Kyron running back 3. We have Chris Rodriguez running back 4, Jonah Coleman running back 5. So really good running back room. We're fine. We don't need to draft anybody else. Quarterback, we have Josh Allen QB1 stacked with DJ Moore. We have Brock Purdy QB2 stacked with McCaffrey.
Yeah.
Wide receiver,
I gotta go
we have
Stroud
DJ Moore,
here.
Wide receiver 1, Brian Thomas wide receiver 2, Cortland Sutton wide receiver 3, Chris
Cam
Godwin
Ward,
wide receiver 4,
Tony Pollard,
Magic Golden
man.
wide receiver 5, Omar Cooper wide receiver 6. So our wide receiver room is maybe the grossest one that you've ever seen us draft. We really, really need Brian Thomas to be his rookie season self, and we want to be able to look back 12 months from now and go like, yeah, I guess it really just was injuries that derailed his 2026 season. I'm sorry, 2025 season, right? Like that would be the hope here in what we end up learning with Brian Thomas if he absolutely smashes. But by no means is that a guarantee. No, Isaac Tesla off the board 169. And I want to give a shout one more time. Again, if y'all want to enter in to win a free flockfantasy.com season pass, it's not too late. All you got to do is 1, drop a like on the live stream, and 2, type the word season pass into the live chat. You do those 2 things, the bot's going to go ahead and grab you and throw you on the list to win one. And if you've already bought a season pass, you already are a mother flocker on the site, don't worry. Still enter the giveaway because we're still going to be hooking you up with something free, whether it starts it, trade questions. If you win, you're going to get something for free regardless. And maybe I can find a way to, like, so we're going to have those 2,000 hats to give away for free, like I said. I need to find a way to maybe incorporate, because the most likely outcome with us ordering those 2,000 hats to give away for free, the most likely outcome will be that we probably just give them to the mother flockers and season pass holders on the site. Because that's the easiest thing
What
for
the hell?
us to do. But I don't want that. Like, that would be an L in my mind. We're going to take Deshaun Stribling. I have Debo ranked higher, but we have Brock Purdy here.
6
What would
receivers.
be better in my mind is if we can find a way to give away the free hats to the people in the live chat through the course of the season. it's just tough because, like, when y'all win a free season pass, all I need from you in the chat is your flockfantasy.com username. Whereas, if we pick somebody at random in the chat to win a free hat, it's like we need your address, we need your hat preference, which obviously you can't just send your address in a YouTube live chat.
Yeah, I don't like this.
I don't know if we'll have any way to verify. Maybe I'll do some research and see if we can figure it out. Okay, Gunnar Helm off at 182. John says, DM on Twitter, right, or go on Discord if you win. That's what I thought, but the issue is I'm just going to have no way to really verify. We're going to take Deebo Samuel as our last wide receiver here. While the wide receivers at the top end of our team are booty cheeks, obviously they're garbage. I think we were able to get a considerable amount of depth at wide receiver. Like if John Shibling's our wide receiver 7, Deebo's our wide receiver 8, Omar Cooper's our wide receiver 6, Matthew Golden's our wide receiver 5. For best ball in particular, I do think we could see some random spike weeks from these guys and win with quantity over quality. Let me. Fuji says, if the top 10 live stream chatters win a hat, I probably do one. Yes, sir, you definitely would. I'll hook. I mean, you're going to be at the meetup anyway. I'll hook you up with as many hats as you want, my guy. Sir says, Mason, did you have a long run today? Also, how many gels do you use on a run of an Ironman? So I ran with Mrs. Flock this morning. I am training her to do a half marathon. So I told her she has to go on one run with me a week. So we did that this morning. I'm going to be honest with you. After we end this live stream in about 5 minutes, I'm going to go on my other, like my real run for today. In terms of how many gels I have during the run portion of the Ironman, I don't know if you've ever done an Ironman, but like during the run, everything is out of whack. Like I'm not accounting for anything. Maybe I'm having a gel every other mile. Like this past Ironman I did, every single aid station I was drinking Coke. And what's another, like, so like, and I don't just do gels, right? So like on the bike, because an Ironman takes you like 12 hours. Like whenever I did the 100-mile ultra marathon in the mountains, it took like 30 hours.
2763? What does that even mean?
So like, took a ton of carbs, but I wouldn't be able to give you an exact gel count. Like the goal that I had was try to close in on 100 carbs an hour. Okay. Fried Beef off the board. I think we're ripping 2 tight ends. We're going to take Mike Gesicki here as our first one. And let me go ahead and let's copy and paste all the entries to see who wins the free season pass. Okay. We just got you all on the wheel. Where did the wheel go? Oh, here it is. Okay. Got you on the wheel. Let's spin this. I don't think we need a Buick ad being shown on the screen. Let's get that out of here. All right. Who is winning this thing? Fido Beto. Fido Beto. I like the name. Let me know what your flockfantasy.com
Fido Beto.
is. I may get really weird here.
Zachariah Branch. Sure. New Orleans. Who the fuck? Oh, Mer. And then one more back. 7 kind of sucks. Not really, though. I could have got Ibuka, Higgins. And here, Loveland was cool. Could have had Montgomery. Or another receiver. Evans, Waddle, McLaurin. And here, with this build, really just gotta hope the receivers are a hit. Gotta hope AJ Brown's a hit. DJ Moore, 2 new teams. P. Wash is the one. Jordan Addison obviously won't be the one, but you know he's hitting with Kyler Higgins, breakout year 2, and Zachariah Branch is a Rookie of the Year candidate. Not saying Rookie of the Year. All right, boys. Funky ass draft. I don't think I've ever done a 2-7-6-3. But the tool was telling us to lock it in. So that's what we did, man. Yeah, this team's cooked. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe I should have held off on this draft. But I was really feeling like ripping a second one. All right, boys. I'm going to catch y'all on the flip. Probably tonight, honestly. Let's rip another one tonight. Come on. Catch y'all. Oh, my camera friends. Great. Didn't even know.